Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am on my way. It is my car chronicle. And here we go. So most of you know that yesterday I started my Women in History to salute the women in history. Because this is March, Women in History Month, right? Or Women History Month. And so what I wanted to do was to honor people or women in my history or in some other people's history that you may not get to know, you may not see on television, you may not see in the movies. People have not pumped them up like they should. So I decided that I was going to take this time to salute the women in my history, right? My name is Tawanna Russell Craig, and I am a transformational speaker and a transformational coach. And my goal is to get you to move, to get you to become unstuck, and to help you get to that next chapter. You're probably wondering, what does this have to do with transformation? Well, it depends. It depends on where you are in your life. And you know how they say, give the flowers while the people are alive, right? Well, I definitely did this, right? But some parts of transformation is also healing. I'm on a healing journey as well. And also, sometimes we have to come out of ourselves, right? We have to stop thinking about ourselves and start thinking about others. Yes, I want to grow. Yes, I want to be the most sought after paid transformational speaker out there. Yes, I want people to see me. Yes, I want people to be healed. Yes, I want to be on, multiple platforms that God would have me to be, and I want to be able to use the gifts and talents that He has given me. Yes, I want all of that. But I also want to recognize those people who came before me, to be able to say thank you to the people who came before me. And that's part of transformation too. That's part of the healing process. You have to be able to say thank you. So this is my thank you. This is my thank you. And part of this is part of my speaking, because remember I told you I wanted it yesterday. I wanted it yesterday, but I had to realize that God had to grow me. He had to grow me in baby steps. And He gave me this platform on Facebook to grow. And so here I am speaking to all of you in my transformational voice, saying thank you. And this month I'm thanking some women in my history. And so today, if you read my post, it said that I am saluting my Aunt Mary. And her name is Mary Della Johnson. Mary D, Aunt Mary, Mama, Granny. She was all of that, And so my aunt is the reason that my mom, and I mentioned this yesterday, came to California to be able to give her 5 children a new life, a better life, a safer life, right? Aunt Mary was the one who was here first. And had she not been here first, then my mom would not have been able to come here. And both of them have gone on to be with God. But I remember at my Aunt Mary's services, I was able to say that she gave my mom a safe place to land. She gave my mother a safe place to land, and I thank God for her. And she has been a part of my life since birth. Well, maybe 2 days after birth, because I tell the story that my Aunt Mary was supposed to name me, because we're all from Texas. We're all from Paris, Texas, okay? And so she was supposed to name me. And Paris, Texas is dry. And if you know what that is, you know what that is. That means there is no alcohol sold. There was no alcohol sold in Paris, Texas, right? So she had to go across the river. And so she was across the river when I was born, having herself a good old time, right? Her and my Aunt Ruby. And she's another woman who I always say she made me look pretty. My Aunt Ruby made me look pretty. she did my hair when I was a little girl, and I'll talk about that on another day. But Aunt Mary was across the river partying when her beloved niece was being born, and she was supposed to name me. Well, my mom couldn't wait any longer because, you know, at a certain time, you got to get up out that hospital. They just not going to leave you there until you decide what you want to name this child. So my mother decided, okay, well, we're going to name her Tawanna Lynn. I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if I ever asked her. And so she named me Tawanna Lynn, and for a long time, and I digress, that name I did not really like because, you know, they make songs about it. For a while I didn't, and now I embrace it. I love seeing my name in print. Another topic. But my Aunt Mary was supposed to name me, and her name for me was going to be Constance Renee. Constance Renee is what she was going to name me. Do I look like a Constance? Do I look like somebody that want to be called that? You know, and then they would have called me Connie. But she was going to name me Constance Renee. So I'm glad she was across the river. I'm glad my mom came up with Tawanna Lynn. And so here I am speaking with you, T. Lynn, Tawanna Craig, speaking to you to salute Mary Della, thanking her for giving my mom a safe place to land, right? And they were so close. We used to call them Lucy and Ethel. They argued, they fought, they you know, got upset with each other, but they never parted. And it was so weird because my mom never learned how to drive, right? My Aunt Mary knew how to drive. Little directionally challenged though. My mother could get you anywhere in a car, but she didn't know how to drive, but she knew some directions. So they made a great pair, right? So if Aunt Mary was driving, Mom was going to be in that passenger seat, and she's telling Mary where to go. And she's going to tell Mary, you turned the wrong way. You should have went this way. And of course, that's going to lead to, Essie, I know where I'm going. And it was going on. But they were so funny together. And so I remember, and not to be sad, but to tell you how close they were, when she was there, when my mom passed away, because we lived right next to each other. My mom and Aunt Mary lived right next to each other. And so when my mom passed, she came and she sat by the bed, and I remember her leaning over to her saying, Essie, why didn't you tell me you were getting ready to go? And it touched my heart. It made me sad, but it made me realize how much she loved my mom and how much she was going to miss her sister. She was going to miss her sister. And when she said, Essie, why didn't you tell me you were getting ready to go? And so she missed her. Trust me when I tell you, she missed her. And there were times where it was evident that she missed her, and that sometimes that she forgot that my mom was not here. And because, again, she was my mom's driver, so if she was going someplace, she was going to make sure Essie got there too. And I remember a time when Burl, her daughter, told me, my sister cousin, told us they were getting ready to go to the birthday party of Booker, which is Aunt Mary's great-grandson by Misi, Silmise. And my mom wasn't in the car, of course, because my mom had passed away. And I know, again, I want you to see this story of this love and these women who formed a family, that we are. It's just amazing, you guys. And so they were driving, and she told Bro, you got to go pick up Essie. Well, of course, my mom was no longer here at that time, and Bro had to remind her, Mom, Aunt Essie's not here. And so, but she loved her so much, and she was so used to the routines of the things that they used to do together. And so she missed her. And I love the fact that she loved my mother until the end. And then shortly after, maybe a couple of years after A. Mary went, God called her home. And we say that it's because she missed her sister, because they did everything. They loved on each other. They fussed with each other. They were Lucy and Ethel. She missed her sister, and I truly believe that. And so now they're together. God called both of them. But I just wanted to take this time to say thank you to my Aunt Mary. To my Aunt Mary. Knowing that I love you. And thank you from Tawanna Lynn Craig, Russell Craig. But more than most, I thank you from Constance Renee. Thank you for being who you are and loving all of Essie's children as if they were your own. Okay, that's it. I want you guys to salute. I want you guys to honor some women in history. If you can, put some names down there of people who you love and you want to honor, whether or not they're here or not. Especially if they're here. They need to hear it. They need to hear it. So honor them. Let them know that you love them. Let them know for that breakfast that they cooked for you. Let them know the phone calls that they received from you. Let them know that you were there, that they were there when you needed to make a phone call, and those are the ones that you thought about calling because you knew that they were going to answer. Say thank you to those women in history, because they are your history. I love all of you. Please, please, please salute the women in your life. The women in your life. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some interviews with women in my life, women in history that are in my life, that I want you to meet, that are doing some amazing things out here. And I'm going to be interviewing them this month so that you can see what they're doing. And maybe there's something that they're doing that can help you. Because all of these women that I'm going to talk about this month have helped me. I love you, sissy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She doesn't know it. I'm going to put her out here. DeAntoinette Robertson is going to be one of the ladies that I'm going to interview this month. She wears so many hats. She is the pastor of Holy Land. She is the founder and director of the Sisters Ministry. She is the supervisor of Women for New Journey Jurisdiction. You didn't know I knew all that, girl. I can rattle that off just like that, girl. And more than that, she is my sister friend. And so I am going to interview her this month. Like I said, she didn't know, but I'm putting her out there. But there are some ladies that y'all just gotta know. And y'all just gotta meet. And y'all gotta see what they doing out here, y'all. Now, in this Women History Month. Y'all gotta see it. Y'all gotta know what they doing. Because we not sitting still. We are not sitting still. We are doing it. We are doing it. We are doing it. Yes, baby, I'm calling roll. I'm roll call. So yes. You guys will be, you ladies, you gentlemen will be hearing from some amazing, remarkable women out there that are doing it. So just wanted you to get some heads up on what's coming up this month. Some people, like I said, I'll just be talking about. Some people you will be able to meet. You will be able to hear their story, because they have some amazing stories as to what God has done for them and how they got to where they are right now. And so I thank you all for listening. And I will see you again tomorrow with another amazing woman in history. But until then, have a super terrific, amazing day on purpose, because I will be watching. Because we support those who believe they could, but struggle with if they should. And baby, the transformation will be televised. I'm going to chat with y'all soon. Talk to you later. Bye.